Channel 5 at 8 on the movie realizes his ultimate fantasy as he plans to see the
Oh, my favorite show.
Welcome to Moreno Valley High School. Pretty soon this is going to be your school. During the next 30 minutes, we will take a brief glimpse of some of the rewards and enjoyments of a high school students. After the film, you'll have a chance to ask questions about this next important phase of your life. Good luck. This is the attendance office. There are a few rules you should follow here. For starters, don't stand in front of the door. It's a busy place. Secondly, when you need to leave campus for an appointment or if you become ill, you need to come to the attendance office and obtain a permit to leave. Third, when you have been absent, you need to have your parents call or bring a note signed by your parents. An attendance card and take to all your teachers to sign. These are the attendance office hours. Windows are open before school, 7:30 to 7:45 a.m. During lunch, 10:35 to 12:25 p.m. After school, 2:15 to 3:30 p.m. This is a library where you will find books, magazines, records, tapes, audio-visual equipment for information needed for classwork and just plain enjoyment. And these are our lovely librarians, Mrs. Rose, Mrs. Stafford, and Mrs. Burby. There's a 5-minute passing period between each classes, although sometimes it seems like 20 seconds. In the area of art, we have a fine art department that you will enjoy. This is Mrs. Lesser's art class, where students produce many fine projects. And this is David Matsueda doing an oil painting of Stevie Nicks. Oh, and here's young Eddie McRoy doing a picture for his dad. Isn't that nice? Thanks. These are some of the projects you will be working on in Mr. Danielson's leather class. Notice the fine craftsmanship.
Look what I made.
That's great, Eddie.
That's fantastic.
This is the ceramics class where you will be working side by side with other fine craftsmen. And here's young Eddie McRoy again. Nice job, Eddie.
Why don't you hold it up so the people at home can see?
Boy, that's a fine job, Eddie. We're here on the tennis courts with Coach Logan. All 9th graders must take Survey 9 PE. It's a requirement. Survey 9 lasts a year, Coach. What are some of the subjects covered?
Well, Larry, we do a lot of things in here that are really enjoyable for the students. For example, swimming is really a big item that kids really enjoy doing. We learn a lot of strokes. We work hard on 5 of the basic strokes in 9th grade PE.
Who's this you're playing over there, Coach?
This is Eddie McRoy.
Yeah, fine-looking tennis player.
Well, you might notice that Eddie has got a lot of quickness and he has a lot of potential. And see how he swings that ball?
Yes, he looks like a fine prospect. I understand you cover other activities such as softball and football, volleyball. Uh-oh, Eddie's really getting aggressive. I better step out of the way and let you guys finish your game.
Excuse me, Larry, there's been a little accident.
Coach Logan here on the tennis courts, one of the many fine instructors.
Hi. Hello. I'd like to take just a moment to introduce you to the guidance department, some of the members that we have in the department. We'd like to extend an invitation for you, of course, to get to know the guidance department as soon as you can. We're here to assist you, and we want to help you with academic and personal counseling and any other problems that you might have, so that this is going to be a good experience for you here for the next 4 years. I'd just like to introduce to you the members of the department. I'm Mr. Anderson. Next to me is Mr. Williams, the Dean of Guidance, Mrs. Brown, Counselor, Mr. Husted from the junior high, Mrs. Levinson, who's kind of 1.5 right now, Janine Schneider, who is the career technician, and our 2 secretaries, Mrs. Whitson and Mrs. Lukens.
This is part of our spring activities program. Right now we have a DJ playing disco, funk, and soul, so let's take a listen. Boy, that's great, isn't it? This is another one of our annual activities, the spring wall climb.
Got it?
This is our Renaissance Fair. Here's some of our sort of nuts in costumes.
Yes, I'm chairman of the department. I enjoy my work here at the high school. These are 2 of my students. What are your names, girls? I forget. It's hard to keep track. Oh, Janice. This is Janice and Jackie. We just got back from our little trip, and we're here at the fair today.
There are several sideshows, and this is the magician doing some tricks. Isn't that amazing? This is the Royal Dunk, where you get a chance to dunk a goon. Here's 3 of our lovely English teachers enjoying the festivities at the Renaissance Fair. Aren't they lovely? A lot of young ladies dress up like winches and attend the Renaissance Fair. Aren't they winchy? The FFA also has a section at the fair. They supply the... The projects you have made in Mr. Danielson's leather class may be sold at the Renaissance Fair. And here's the old plant shop. And here's Mr. Timpton enjoying the fair. Oh, and here's his lovely daughter. And here's Mr. Lukens, everyone's favorite history teacher. Hi, Mr. Lukens.
Feeling this thing, what is this?
Tomato toss.
What do you gotta do?
Throw a tomato at his head.
That second?
Yeah.
And here we have 2 more lovely winches. Aren't they lovely? There's always musical entertainment.
Oh boy, get the dancer
Shit. Me? Aren't you wearing the wrong costume for Renaissance Fair? And
Yeah, right, well. Enough Renaissance, now for something really exciting.
Election!
this is when we elect the new class officers for the following year. You got my vote, Eddie.
It's a beautiful day.
Freshman class president. You think you'll get enough votes, Eddie? That's smart, Eddie. Vote for yourself many times. That ought to help.
Go.
You heard about
That we're going to the dance hall. See ya.
Here we have Frank Perea, our current ASB president, and Mr. Olson in charge of student activities. This is Mr. Tipton's landscaping and construction class. Here we have 2 fine students helping clean up their campus. Nice job, fellas. Here's the administrator's secretaries, Mrs. Mittletter and Mrs. Quigley. Look at that teamwork to get the job done effectively. This is one activity for freshmen only, a 3-hour viewing of the classic Romeo and Juliet. Let's take a look.
Say those rays, not the moon's eye. No, that is not the luck who loves to think the haughty heaven so high.
And this is our lovely principal, Mrs. Vivian C. Marr. Hi, Viv.
Well, hi, Larry. How are you?
What are you doing?
I don't want to be late for lunch.
Well, you don't have to run. It's only second period.
And don't climb on the bleachers. Don't pick on little seniors.
Football Fridays, did you see it?
Yeah, I haven't missed that.
No, they were excellent. I've never seen Bob Won't be that good.
No!
Like I was saying, Julian, it was a lot of fun. No, they were doing that new album. That was real good. And I really fucking enjoyed it.
Again.
Like I was saying about that concert, before I was interrupted.
This is Mr. Keith, Dean of...
Hello, Eddie. I'm glad you dropped in today to see me. By the way, while you're here, I want to let you know that I heard that there was a fight out on campus today. I don't know yet who's involved or what it was over or anything like that, although I'll probably find out later today. But maybe you can help me. Do you know anybody who was involved with that fight?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Okay, Eddie, well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm going to check into it a little bit further. And if I find, who else was involved or whoever was involved, that means we'll have to contact some parents and send them home for off-campus suspension.
Get in there.
What do I have to go to class for?
Well, Eddie, you haven't been going to your 4th period class, have you? You've been taking a double lunch period and just been out taking 2 times free. And your teacher said you haven't been in class, and you've been late to class those days that you have been there. And you know that you're supposed to be in class, and that's the only place and the only way you're going to get an education around here. Eddie, this makes you assigned to pass now, and you know you have to go for 5 days. You've been truant for 5 days, and that means after school, and you better be there every day. That's the way you get back to your regular classes.
Don't be out of class without a pad.
Palomino, do you have a minute, please?
Yes, come in.
Come on in here. Have a seat right over there. Palomino, this is Eddie McRoy. And the reason Eddie's in here is because he was ditching class. He ran into me out there on the quad, and rather than coming right with me to the office, Eddie ran. So we've got him on ditching class and defiance, I'm afraid.
Eddie, what do you have to say for yourself?
Guess I wasn't fast enough.
What do you mean you weren't fast enough? Were you out of class without a pass?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Stager, do you know if this is his first offense, or?
No, this is at least the second time I've had Eddie in here.
Second offense. Okay, Eddie, here's what happens. Out of class with no pass, second offense. We're going to place you in on-campus suspension for the remainder of today and all day tomorrow, and I'll be on the phone to your parents.
No!
Do you have a phone number?
No.
Eddie, where is it that your parents work in so I could reach them by telephone?
I don't have any parents. I'm a test tube baby.
Okay, Eddie, if you want to be smart, what we'll do is just call the sheriff and then he can handle it from there.
I do have parents. I do.
Okay, give me a phone number.
653-5666. Please, come on.
Hello, Mrs. McRoy. This is Mr. Palomino, assistant principal from Moreno Valley High School. I hated to have to call you this morning, but I have your son in the office, Eddie. And it seems that he's been out on campus without a pass, and he's also been defiant to our campus supervisor. Yes, ma'am. Well, we'll be placing him in our on-campus suspension for today and all day tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Palomino.
Okay, thanks, Ron.
And this is the dreaded on-campus suspension. Try not to get in here. Go. Hey, jerk. You're not a senior. What's the matter with you?
Well, that's Moreno Valley High School. Hope you've enjoyed our little film. Hope your next 4 years are enjoyable ones, and good luck. Adios. Toodaloo. Hasta la vista. Auf Wiedersehen. Vilegre.